Hey guys, it is Bronwyn. It is about 4 o'clock in Mexico City. There's a storm going on outside. It's very exciting. I'm wearing red lipstick because I have been alone in the house all day editing, and I'm trying to make myself look less pathetic for sitting here and talking to myself, because makeup, that's all you need to look less pathetic, right? Right. So today I want to talk to you guys about contract fiction writing. What is that? Okay, so it is ghostwriting for clients. The clients could self-publish your work under a different name, or they could sell it to another party. You don't know. You sign a contract that says that you don't own the rights to the work. And that's that. So you simply write it and you send it to the client and you get paid a fixed amount. There are no royalties. You agree on the contract amount ahead of time, and that's all you're paid. So I was using that to kind of earn my living here in Mexico City for a while. I was doing some marketing writing at first using websites like freelancer.com and elance.com, and I started seeing ads for fiction writing, and I was like, well, I've written a couple of novels in the hope of getting an agent, and so I was like, okay, if somebody wants to pay me for typing whatever. I sent them a sample of my novel, and I was hired to rewrite and add on to I think it was like a cop drama romance, kind of like a Castle, if you know that TV show kind of thing. And from then on in, I actually started just doing fiction writing. I got rid of the marketing side because I was like, well, fiction is just much more interesting, so I might as well do this. So I actually ended up writing a whole bunch of stuff. I wrote a 4-part historical fiction series. I wrote a 3-part new adult billionaire romance. I wrote a 3-part cowboy western drama romance series. What else did I do? Like police, cop drama, romances, kind of all over the place. I did a little bit of everything. And it was really interesting because I really didn't know a lot about genre fiction. I really had to read in the genre. I had to learn how to write like the genres. I definitely perfected my writing because I would have word counts that I had to do every day to meet my deadlines. Somebody was waiting on me for this, so I got a little bit less precious, I think, about my writing, because it became kind of a commodity that I had to produce and I had to submit. And most recently, I've been on a contract to write 10,000 words a week. That might be a short story, or that might be part of a larger novel that I'm writing, and I'm paid on a weekly basis, so it's $130. So that ends up to 0.013 cents per word, and that's actually the most I've made writing. So I know you're curious. I know you're curious about how much I made. I started out doing $150 for a 20,000 word piece. A third of it was already written. I had to write, so that's the rest. So it's 0.0075 cents per word. Oh my God. What else? 10,000 words, $100 for a 3-part series, $300 for 25,000 words, and I think the best actually I did was not for stories, but I was writing for one client plots. So I would write 10 plots, and they would be 1,000 words per plot, and it would have to include a synopsis, a chapter outline, and a character description, and so it would be 10,000 words overall, and I got paid $250 for that. So that's quite okay. Yeah, I like doing that because it was a nice break from the normal kind of fiction writing, and I just got to dream up. It's like, okay, they'd be like, do 10 cowboy romance plots, or do 10 new adult plots. So I just got to be purely creative, though by the end of the week I would just want to die a little bit because it's a lot of brain work. Yeah, so that's kind of the process. I always got paid on PayPal and through these websites, and I always usually asked to be paid in US dollars because I'm Canadian, my bank account is Canadian, so I get more Canadian. The exchange rate is favorable. That's what I'm trying to say. The exchange rate is favorable. Yeah, so that's basically how I did it, how you can do it. Okay. So it's not lucrative, I think I already stressed that, but if you want a little extra cash, or you want to get some practice and you want to sell your writing, here's what you should do. Get an account. I really like Elance the best. The payment system is the most prompt, the actual interface is the easiest to use, and I got the best clients who would pay me the most through that platform. But you know, look up Freelancer too, because it's a pretty big site. Get some of your writing, something appropriate for the genre you're applying for. Send a PDF. Usually they might want 5 to 10 pages of writing as a sample. Apply. Make sure you stress any previous writing experience if you have an English literature degree, and most importantly, if you're a native speaker, because there's a lot of people who don't speak the language very well, who apply, sometimes get jobs, don't do great work because they don't know the language. Yeah, so stress that you're a native speaker. That really actually does help. Once you get the job, you might have to accept a lower rate than you would want. After the first couple of jobs, if if they seem to like you, they want you back, bargain, bargain, bargain. You know, I think it's hard. I got the sense to find a decent writer who delivers on time. That's another important thing. If you deliver on time, they'll love you. It can really be that simple. So yeah, that's kind of the basics of contract romance writing. I've had a fun time trying to find my work online and finding the reviews of my work, and it's helped me see where I'm kind of doing well and I'm not doing well without any of the kind of the backlash of putting my name on something. But yeah, I've decided I want to leave that world behind for now, because I realized I could potentially make a lot more money if I'm getting all these clients, I'm getting repeat business. My writing can't suck. So why aren't I doing it for myself? I mean, people have been asking me that question, and before the reason was simply money. I just, you know, with these contracts I would get paid up front. And with this, I have to pay up front. I have to pay for editing and cover, and you know, I'm going to be pretty poor for a while. So but you know, I finally decided to take the leap, and I really want to produce a quality project. With my contract writing, I noticed that my clients, a lot of them were not doing any editing work. So they would get it, and they would upload it to Kindle without reading it, without doing any copy editing, nothing, and I would get an email later being like, oh, you know, this reader noticed this inconsistency, like, you know, didn't you check the work? And, you know, when you're writing 10,000 words and you're doing 2 of those projects a week and you're hurrying to get done on a deadline, you know, I'm not doing a huge substantive or copy edit. I'm doing a read through and I'm sending it. I'm getting paid. That's it. If you're interested in more information, tweet me, send me a message on my Facebook page, put a comment on my YouTube page, or email me if you'd like, and I'd be happy to give you any advice, or to vet any prices that you're being quoted, or what have you. So let me know. Okay, all right, have a great day, guys.